It's potentially been the worst kept secret of the summer, but Everton have finally announced that Marco Silva is to be the new manager. I'm made up to have a manager in place now. We can start planning for next season. We can start moving forward. It's good to have a manager in who seems like he's, a young, progressive manager going to play more attacking football. So hopefully we'll see some shots in the first half. Maybe even some shots on target in the first half. What we won't be seeing is waiting until the 70th minute till we start doing anything. So those days are gone. It'd be good to have him working with Marcel Brands, who's already maybe been doing some work in the background to sign players because it's a short window this season. It just feels good to have everything falling into place again so we can kick on and plan for next season and hopefully do better than we did last season. The minus points for him, I suppose people are concerned that we got relegated with Hull. It unravelled pretty quickly at Watford, but it's just got to be looked at in context. Hull was a basket case of a club. They were dead and buried. He almost got them out of relegation. Again, Watford, another basket case of a club with mad owners who just hire and fire managers every season, it seems. So hopefully he'll come into a more stable club, Everton, and he can kick on from there. He really leave his imprint on the team. I think my biggest sort of doubt about him is I'm not really ready to have a manager at Everton who's actually younger than me. But I think that's one I'm just going to have to live with. But yeah, it's good to have him in place. We can plan for next season, and hopefully we can kick on and make it go next season. This pre-season optimism is terrible, isn't it? We never learn.
Hi, it's Mark from Cumbria. Just a few thoughts really on Marco Silva's appointment as the new Everton manager. If I'm honest, I'm not really jumping for joy, but at the same time, I don't feel too despondent. I think he's got a big job ahead of him. The expectations of the fans, trying to break into the top four, but which is now a top six. I think if you look at the players, it could be double figures leaving the club, and we're going to need at least 4, possibly 5 new incomings. Marcel Brands, would he, wanted Silva, or is it, Farhad's Mashiri's choice, which, we're led to believe. Can they work together? Listening to Brands, he does sound pretty impressive. But I think he's starting from a low base from the playing style from what we've seen last season, so obviously changes that dramatically. I think that will buy him some time, but I think for a long-term plan, I don't think there's such a thing now in the Premier League. It's results driven, but end of the day, he'll have my support, and it'd be refreshing to go to the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, City, and have a right go and bin this 2 defensive midfielders, and let's try and get some quality signings in, striker with pace up front, and let's have a real bash at it.
So Marco Silva has been appointed the Everton manager. Listen, he's not the person who I wanted, first and foremost. I think the way, once his head was turned by us, Watford seemed to really well and truly capitulate, and that's a fear of mine. However, now he's here, look, he plays exciting, attractive, attacking football, which is something that we haven't seen at Goodison for a very long time and at Everton for a very long time. So I think that's good. We've got Brands in now. Now it's time to get some good players in and look at going forward. And I think regardless of what your opinions were on Marco previously, going forward, I'm sure we're all behind him after the season we've just had. Let's all get behind him, and it's going to take time, isn't it? But hopefully more exciting times ahead for us now.
Hi guys, so my thoughts on Marco Silva. I just don't get the negativity. I mean, he performed wonderfully well with Estoril in Portugal. Came over to this country, almost performed a miracle, very close to keeping a dreadful Hull City side up. And don't forget, he's actually the one that got the Prince, Mr. Nias, actually scoring in this country, and that benefited us last season. Then obviously he was doing really well at Watford until his head got turned by us. I've seen some people say he's not the best, we need to go out for the very, very best. People like Simeone, that's just unrealistic where we are at the moment. I think Marco Silva is about right for where we are at the moment. I'm fully behind them. I'm quite excited about Silva, Brands, Mashiri. No Robert Elston. Things aren't so bad. So, we just need to get behind him. Get behind him, show him we care, actually come up with a song for his name, which we never seem to do for Allardyce, obviously, apart from fuck off Sam Allardyce. But that's what we need. Get behind him, and he'll do well. Cheers.
He's the reason why I think Marco Silva will be a good manager for us. Because one, he's young, he's ambitious. And I don't know what players he'll bring. Maybe he'll bring Richarlison, maybe he'll bring some decently good players that we've not seen. Because he bought Richarlison, he bought Gerald De La Feu, which was not a great thing for them, for what else. But you know what? Personally, listen, either Ped or Baz. Yeah, and you know what? He'll have a clue of what he's doing. He won't be clueless like some as well. But obviously, most of the brands is coming to please Steve Walsh, which is good. If it's facebook.com/Evertonium TV1. Share it, give a like, the comments, subscribe to Evertonium TV1 at youtube.com. See ya.